Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford Salina, Kansas. Your source for Ford news update information, including your build and price information videos on the 2026 Ford Explorer. We've been going through the Explorer, the different video series, covering every trim level because the order banks are open up right now. So you can go to your local dealer and you can order a 2026 Ford Explorer. 25 order banks are closed, no longer. They're going to produce those for just a little longer till through September. Middle of September, but they will start scheduling this week here actually for the Explorer for those September build dates coming up. So startup is real soon, and so get those orders placed. And we're going to cover the ST trim level in this, cover all the standard equipment plus the different packages and standalone options available for the ST trim level. And this is your performance Explorer here for you. And there's only a couple different trim levels that you can get the 3.0 EcoBoost engine in, and the ST is one of those. So we're going to talk about this one right here. Make sure you subscribe to the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of our videos as we go through these, especially if you're going to order with a dealer. You can go in there. We cover scheduling in our videos, and that allows you to be able to see what's going on, what's your chances of getting scheduled for that week and such by watching those videos. All right, now we are going to be we can place an order with us as well. We're doing invoice pricing. If you're wanting to order with us, we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of the video. Again, a timestamp down below for the ordering, as well as all different parts of this video. Feel free to use this as a resource, bounce around in the video, use those timestamps. All right. Let's jump in and talk about the Explorer. And we're going to use Ford's Build and Price website over here to kind of show you, even though they do not have any information on the 26 model year yet, because for the most part, the look of the Explorer from 26 to 25 is the same. There are a few changes, and I don't really think they touch the Explorer much. There might be some things that are a little different, some equipment that's different, and one thing I think they did remove for this year, but and they did introduce a bench seat, so we'll get into that when we get to options. But we will get into this and use this just for reference for that. So we're going to build out a 25 for this particular model. Now, ST last year started at 54,770. This year, the ST, and that is rear-wheel drive. This year, the ST rear-wheel drive is going to be starting at 54,770, so the same price, with the all-wheel drive version or four-wheel drive, intelligent four-wheel drive, 56,770. So four-wheel drive is $2,000 more. So that's going to be your starting prices. So everything we're going to talk about that's standard equipment on the ST would be based on those prices right there. And what the destination charge is $1,695 for this year. So let's jump in here and start this and kind of show you first some of the powertrain or mechanical features. Now, this is going to come standard. The only engine available is the 3.0 EcoBoost V6 engine with the auto start-stop technology. It means go to a stoplight, stop sign, it'll shut the vehicle off. Let go of the brake, it turns it back on. You can also deactivate that so that doesn't happen for each engine cycle. Also come paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. So that's going to be nice in how that'll shift. It'll even give you the select shift with the paddle shifters as well. So if you want to put it in that manual mode, you can shift it using those paddle shifters. We also do have selectable drive modes. So a lot of times that's where you get your sport mode. Put it in sport mode. You also have slippery mode, some other different normal mode, and those kind of things there too. Now let's talk about this. This being the ST, this does have that sport tune suspension. So sport tune suspension for great performance. Electric parking brake with the auto hold. That'll hold that brake if you're at a stoplight, stop sign, if you have that activated. We have electric power assist steering as well, that E-Pass. That makes it a little bit easier to steer into those tight parking spots and such. 3.58 non-limit slip rear axle. We have front and rear stabilizer bars. And we do have independent front and rear suspension as well. Now, all the 4x4s will also get hill descent control. It'll help you coming down on a hill, and you also do get intelligent four-wheel drive system as well, so that terrain management system. Now, whether you have a four-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, it will also have the hill start assist too. That helps assist so you have no drifting if you're on a hill and you need to go up the hill. So just transition from that brake to the gas without having to worry about it drifting back on you. So, all right, now let's talk about some safety features. Don't really have slides for this. This does have all the same safety features as you did see in the previous video on the Platinum. So if you did watch that, you could click on the next timestamp. So for those that are only watching this one because you know you want an ST, let's talk about this. We have a driver and passenger dual stage front airbag. Deploys a different size airbag depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. We have a front seat side impact airbag that'll deploy for the driver and front passenger from that side collision you might have. Driver knee airbag as well that'll pull down and help protect the driver's knees from any front collision. We have the safety canopy side curtain airbag with a rollover sensor. So it's going to pull down and protect from the breaking glass and such if you have the rollover situation and sheet metal and stuff coming in. We do have advanced track with roll stability control with curve control. The whole goal on this is to keep you going on your intended path. If you're going that curve too fast, slick outside, it's going to use brakes on the vehicle in milliseconds to try to keep you going where you're wanting to go. We do also have side wind stabilization that helps if you're, on that highway, straight line winds coming across, that doesn't push you from side to side. So that's real nice to have. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking includes pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support. So the way this works is if you're going along and a person at your current speed, first you would hit that person in front of you. If you don't brake, it'll alert you of that. It'll light up the productivity screen. It'll give you sensors as well that you need to press your brakes. Preloads those brakes with that dynamic brake support so that you can brake even faster when you are realizing that. Pedestrian detection, if you're going under a certain speed, parking lots and such, it'll also do the same thing if a pedestrian darts in front of you as well. All right, post-collision braking. So that's going to brake the vehicle post-collision, just like it says. That one's pretty self-explanatory there. SOS, post-crash alert system. That's going to honk the horn, flash the lights if you're in an accident off the side of the road so people can come to your safety there. We do have lane keeping system that gives you a lane keeping alert, the assist, and the driver alert. So the driver alert is alerting you that if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, right? So alerts to the driver of that. And then you do have the lane keeping alert system that's going to allow you to leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. And the lane keeping assist will help try to keep you in your lane. Does need to see those lines for both of these, just so for it to function that way. It's not autonomous driving. It's just an assistance feature there for you. We do also have road edge detection, and this is separate from lane keeping. So if you don't have lane keeping activated, the road edge detection will activate and let you know when you're getting close to the edge of that road. So evasive steering assist. So if you can't stop in time to hit the vehicle in front of you, but you could avoid them by steering around, it's going to ease in the steering around them. We also do have intersection assist. This is a 2.0 version. So if you're coming across that intersection, cars coming, it'll help brake the vehicle so you don't have that. Hopefully, don't have that intersection collision there. Security lock, passive anti-system, that anti-theft system means only the coded key can start the vehicle. So that has to be in the vehicle to start it. Perimeter alarm is going to lock that vehicle up. It'll put a perimeter alarm on it. So if there's movement inside, breaking glass, even the car gets to shaking, it'll honk the horns, flash the lights, let people know someone's trying to break into your car. All right, let's go back over and talk about exterior features here. And we're going to go and kind of talk about this. And we'll start with this here. And colors are up above. Let me just slide up to the colors. I like to use red for performance vehicles. And then we're going to make this a little bigger. So there we go. So on the front up there, you're going to see that Explorer lettering on the hood right there. And that is something very unique to those who see that with the ST line as well, that sport look there to it. You notice the black mesh grill inserts and bars there for you with that ST badging on the grill. So only trim level that gets any kind of badge on the grill like this. We do also have the bumpers are going to be body colored upper and black lower down there. Active grill shutters. It'll open and close when it needs to. The lower skid plate is going to be painted black. So give it, again, that sport look to it right down there. We do have front and side and rear parking sensors on the vehicle. So it'll alert you as you're going forward, back, and even if you got something coming from the side, it's going to alert as you're backing up. We do have and pulling in as well. 360-degree camera as well. So we got a camera under the front, under each of the mirrors in the back, so you can see completely around you. Makes it a little bit easier parking the vehicle and everything else like that. And We do also have, let's talk about the headlights. There's a lot of features here with the headlights. We have LED low and high beam headlights with courtesy delay. We have wiper activated headlights. It means when the wiper's on, they'll automatically activate the headlights, even if it's daytime. We have auto lamp, which means that they're going to automatically turn the lights on when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. So as you know, driving along and the sun's setting, then it'll automatically turn those on. Unique black treatment in those headlights as well. And then we have LED signature lighting. It's going to light up there, as well as LED fog lights too. And we also do have auto high beams, and those work like automatic headlights. So when it's dark outside, it'll turn the high beams on. Someone approaches you, it'll shut them off automatically. Now, these are all things that can be activated and deactivated in your lightings. In your lighting section. So your auto high beams and such can be activated, including your configurable daytime running lights. And this next one, which is your rain sensing wipers. So those can be activated. Put the wipers in their intermittent settings. It's not going to turn on until it starts to rain on you. Then it's going to turn them on as fast as it needs to help keep that clear for you. Now for the wheels, it is a 21-inch magnetite painted aluminum wheel. So the optional wheel on that the ST line is going to be the standard wheel here. It's a P275 45 R21 all-season tire, individual tire pressure monitoring system as well, four-wheel disc brakes with analog braking system, includes electric brake boost and electronic stability control. Now, all the other vehicles we've been talking about, how they're going to get the standard duty brakes, except for this one. This one gets those performance brakes. You can see there with the red painted performance front and rear brake calipers. So very something special for this ST trim level. The wheel lip moldings are going to be molded in black. You're going to see that on the lower body side as well, with a black accent there in the lower cladding as well, to kind of dress that up and make it look good there for the vehicle. You also do have the mirrors are going to be a power folding mirror with auto fold. That means when you lock it up, it's going to fold those mirrors in towards the glass. Also, power and heat glass on there. LED turn signal indicators. You're seeing that right here. We also do have ST projected lamps. So your approach lamp is going to have that ST on the ground. And we do have a driver's side auto dimming rear view mirror. So it'll dim that mirror. So when those cars want to come behind you and pass you, then it'll dim that mirror for you. Also, we do have memory for the mirrors for the driver. And then we do have gloss black mirror caps as well on there. So a lot of features that go along with that. Now, also on the mirrors, we do have the Bliss. That's a blind spot information system with cross traffic alert, and even includes the trailer coverage. So if there's someone in your blind spot, with or without a trailer, it's going to put a little light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Backing up, it's going to have cross traffic alert. So if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to alert you. It's going to light up the productivity screen, also give you the tones that you need to stop. And if you don't pay attention to that, it does have rear cross traffic braking as well. So we do have the body color door handles as well here with the 4-door intelligent access with push button start. So just put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle if the keys are in your pocket. Get inside, start it by pushing the button. Don't have to get the keys out. And then when you get out, just press a lock on there without your fingers in the door handle, and it's going to lock it up. Also does have remote start system on the remote. So if you're close enough proximity, you can use that. Talk about another way you can do that later. Acoustic laminated windows for the front windows as well as the windshield. So that's going to make it quieter in the vehicle and allow for better noise enhancement there. So we do also have, or make it quieter, I should say, privacy glass on the second row as well as the third row and the rear glass. So that's darkened glass. It's not tint put on the glass. Roof rack side rails that are black up here. And then it does say in here it's a 20-gallon fuel tank. Not sure if that's correct. I brought that over from last year's information. So easy fuel capless filler door. Just press that door open, put the nozzle in there when you're done. Just shut the door. No cap to worry about, lean behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Now on the back, we do have a roof-mounted antenna up here. We do also have a body-colored rear spoiler, as you can see in this red. Center high mounted stoplight up here too. And we do have a rear defroster with washer and a rear wiper. And we do also have in the back, I don't see, does it have the ST badge? No, I think it's just on the front grille. maybe on the back. We do have LED tail lights with unique black treatment in them as well. And then the rear bumpers are going to be body colored with the black molded in at the bottom. And we do have a bumper pad as well to help protect that from dropping things on the bumper as you're putting them into the air, into the cargo area. And then we do have a rear view, the camera we mentioned, also the sensors backing up we already mentioned as well, and you get reverse brake assist. So just like going forward and pedestrians, you back it up, bike back there or a person, it's going to brake the vehicle if you're not paying attention. A black skid plate treatment back under here. We do have the dual exhaust or quad tip exhaust back here. It's a dual exhaust with quad tips, I should say, that are chrome. We also do have the Class 3 trailer tow package of standard equipment, giving you trailer sway control and the hitch and the wiring. Power lift gate as well, so you can open that by pressing the button under here or use your remote to open up the lift gate. And inside we'll have a rear cargo area light, and we do get the tire inflator and sealant kit. Spare tire is a standalone option. You can order it, but you will have to pay extra for that. We're just talking about standard equipment so far. All right, let's move around to the side or the inside. All right, moving to the interior, we'll get into the colors, exterior and interior colors in a little bit. First, here on the inside, we have a door seal scuff plates, front and rear, that'll have the Ford Performance branding on those. We do have floor mats that are going to be specific to the ST with the Explorer logo on them, front and rear. Illuminated entry as well. Active noise cancellation to make it quieter, but also electric sound enhancer that gives that so you can really feel and hear that sound of that 3.0 EcoBoost engine with a quad tip exhaust. Unique door that's ebony with the red stitching. It will look similar to the ST line. Center console as well in the front. You can see that red stitching across there and across the dash. We do have the seats are Amico suede with the accent stitching and the ST logo in there as well. Front captain's chairs with the easy entry for the driver. So it'll basically means that seat will go back, allow you to get in and out easier. And then it's part of the driver memory. Then when you start it, it'll go to the memory of that seat. So 10-way power driver seat with memory, 8-way power passenger seat, heated and ventilated front row seats. We do have heated second row seats that are captains, as you can see, with armrest. So we'll bucket seats in the second row as standard equipment. We'll talk about the options. Last year, we couldn't get a bench seat. This year, as a standalone option, you can. We do have a 4-way manual head restraints adjustable. That means they'll go up and down, but also they can go forward and then ratchet back. The rear ones will be 2-way, so they'll just go up and down on the second row back there. And then the third row, they're just fixed, so they can actually stay down against the seat or bring them up. And then second row HVAC controls as well behind the console back there. As well, and behind the console is you're going to have an outlet and you're going to have some USB ports. We'll get into that later in the video, talking about the connectivity. Third row seat is a 50/50 bench seat that is power fold feature back there. So that's a nice feature to have. Latch system that lower anchors and tethers for children for the second and third row outbound seats. Well, I guess they're all outbound on the standard equipment, but that'd go for if you get the bench seat too, it would just be the outbound in the second row. For the power windows, let's talk about that. They are power front row, one touch, up and down feature. It means you just hard press it down, let go, and it's going to go ahead and roll them down. You don't have to hold it. That's just for the front row. Back, you'll have to hold it. Power door locks, including auto unlock, and child safety lock. So you can lock those rear doors so the kids can't open those back there when you don't want them to, right? The instrument cluster, that's what you see through the steering wheel, is a 12.3-inch color LCD productivity screen that gives you all your information. The steering wheel is a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so it'll go up and down, forward, back, and then you just release that lever underneath the steering wheel there and put it back when you're done. The steering wheel is a sports style steering wheel with a flat bottom. It does have the ST logo on there, and it does have heated feature on the steering wheel, and you notice the nice red stitching on that wrapped steering wheel there. So we also do have adaptive cruise control, standard equipment on this, with stop and go, lane centering, predictive speed assist, and speed sign recognition. So let's go through these. Adaptive cruise means if you're going along, there's someone going slower in front of you, it'll slow you down to go their speed if you can't pass them. And then when you go to pass them, it'll safely resume back to your speed. If they come to a complete stop, your rush hour or something like that, and you come to a complete stop, it will stop without you having to press the brake. Once they start going, hit that resume button and you'll follow safely behind them until you can speed up to your speed. Lane centering means that when you have that cruise control activated, it's going to keep the center of your lane. So a little different than lane keeping system. Lane keeping works with or without the cruise. The lane centering will be with the cruise control. Predictive speed assist means if you're coming along to a curve and it can't keep that current speed and needs to slow down, it'll do it for you. And then speed sign recognition means that you can set that tolerance for the cruise control above and below the speed limit that you like, and then it'll keep that. So if the speed sign changes from one speed to another, it's going to slow you down to that speed. So that's a nice feature to have. And then also you do get the hardware for the Bluecruise as well as a 90-day trial. So if you want that hands-free driving, this is where you get that. And this is going to be really nice on that. You can go without your hands on the steering wheel. I also use a turn signal to help you change lanes as well. And also that predictive speed assist will work with that as well. So you get 90 days trial, and then you can sign up for subscription after that if you'd like. And then we'll talk about ways, if you know you want the Bluecruise, how you can order it with your vehicle and go ahead and get the plan ahead of time. We'll talk about that when we get to optional equipment. For the climate control, tri-zone electric climate control. So the driver and front passenger will have two different zones. Those in the second and third row will be on their own zone with the rear auxiliary controls that you can give them access or not. You can lock them out if you want. Audio controls, B&O audio sound system with 10 speakers, including a subwoofer. Does get SiriusXM with a 360L as well. Now that's going to be a 3-month subscription as well, a trial, and then you'll sign up for Sirius. But there is new for this year where you can sign up for a 3-year plan through Ford. But again, we're only talking about standard equipment for now. We'll get into that and we get to optional equipment. Ford Digital Experience, new for the Explorer last year. New to entire Ford lineup was last year in the Explorer. It is back. It gets the 13.2-inch color LCD center stack screen like you're seeing here with the Google Assistant, Google Maps, Google Play Store, 911 Assist, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that's wireless, the Ford Power Up software update capabilities. It's just seamless. It's all integrated in. So you're getting that Google Assistant without having to connect your phone. Like you don't have to connect your phone at all. I have this on the Expedition that I have, and I haven't connected my phone yet, but I still can use all the Google Assistant when I sign in. When you first set that up, sign into your Google account, and it's there, and it's nice and seamless. You don't have to worry about your phone going down by connecting to it wirelessly and having to use Android Auto. The map is the same as you'd have on Android Auto. It's great. It's seamless. You get that for 1 year, the Ford Digital Experience. Actually, Ford Digital Experience is part of it, but also combines something else that is 1 year. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Overhead console with the sunglass bin. I like to use this other view for that, this 360 view. So I can zoom you up. So you can see it does have, it's hard to see actually, sunglass bin up here with some overhead lights. That's your illuminated entry lights. We do also have auto dimming rear view mirror, so no lever to worry about. It's going to automatically dim the mirror if those cars come behind you with those bright lights. As it gets dark, it automatically will adjust. Illuminated visors, so those visors kick down. There's little doors on those visors. You open them up, and they're illuminated with mirrors on them. Down here in the media hub area, let's talk about this. We do have a rotary dial shifter knob. We do have your parking brake, your auto hold down there and everything. That's your drive mode switch, and then 2 cup holders. We do have a media hub area down in here, so you can just hit that little lever right there, opens that up, and in there you're going to have a USB type A and C port in that media hub area, and it will also have one power point down in there as well. And then in the console, you're going to have 2 more USB-C ports and another PowerPoint in there as well. Now, the second row, behind the second row, we talked about the outlets that you're getting. You're also getting 2 USB-C ports. And for the third row, you're getting 2 USB-C ports as well. And then in the rear cargo area, you're getting that PowerPoint. Now, this also does come with the FordPass Connect that allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using that FordPass app. You connect your vehicle up. You can remote start it from anywhere, unlock and lock it from anywhere, schedule remote start times in the winter. You can locate your vehicle, check the status like the tire pressure and your fuel you have in your vehicle, and even any recalls you might have. So it's pretty cool. And then for this year, we do have the Ford Connectivity Package. So this Ford Connectivity Package you get for 1 year, and this includes a lot of the things that were extra upcharges last year. So last year you had Wi-Fi hotspots. You had to go through AT&T to get. This one, you don't have to worry about that. Unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots. It's 5G connectivity. You're getting your video and audio streaming. It's incorporating all that into one. You get your navigation in there, voice assistant, all that good stuff right there, entertainment and all that with that system there. So, and it's 1 year. We'll talk about ways that how you can expand that longer after 1 year as well. Okay, now let's get into colors and talk about those for a second. We've been looking at this color here, this rapid red, and that's not a free color. So it actually is more. If you go to that, you can see the price change there is $4.95 for that color. But some other colors that you can get with the ST is the Star White. Now that is also cost you extra. It's $7.95. It's 3 coats of paint on that to give it a nice cool look there. We also do have the Space White, which isn't showing here. So Space White is also an available color, and I believe it costs extra. No, that does not cost extra. We have Vapor Blue, which will cost extra, $4.95 for that. So that's a pretty cool color, and we've sold a lot of them in that color this last year. Carbonized Gray does not cost you extra if you want that color. There you go. We also have the Gate Black. That is also a no-cost color if you want a black. And then we also do have the Marsh Gray is new for this year. Marsh Gray is also available for the ST, and that's available right now in the Bronco for 25 model year, as well as the F-150 if you want to see what that looks like on those vehicles. Now, for the interior, though, you have one option for your interior, and that is this black Onyx interior. And so that is what it's going to look like. So the headliner's black, the seats, the instrument panel, everything's gonna be black there for that. So that is the only color options for that. So there you go. All right, now let's get into, now we cover colors and everything, let's get into some different packages. So we're going to scroll down. I think they're all the same as last year. So there we go. We do have this Sun and Sound package. I believe the cost is even the same, $29.95. So this package is a little different this year. So it does include the B&O audio sound system by Bang & Olufsen, 980 watt, 14 speakers, including a subwoofer. It's included within that. You do also get the multi-contoured seats with active motion for the front seats, driver and front passenger. So it does say 8-way power driver seat replaces a 10-way. Well, it's more than that, but that doesn't actually get replaced. But this in here, what's great about this is that's your massaging seats that a lot of people like. So now here's the difference from last year and this year. Last year, we got the panoramic vista roof with the power sunshade. So that was basically a moonroof that can open up. This year, that is a fixed glass roof with the power sunshade. So that is a difference for this year. They're not doing the twin panels anymore for the Explorer. So, and then that there, yeah. So there you go. All right, so that is available as a package for this year. We also do have the cargo area management pack system here. And this package here is $245, and that gets you the cargo mat. It's an all-weather mat. When you have that third row down, you can lay that down over that third row backrest. I also get a cargo net. So if you don't want those different soccer balls and all of that rolling around, you can put them in the cargo net. And you have a cargo well rubber mat. So in the back, there's a cargo well that goes down. There's some things that covers that can go over those, so that way you have a flat low level up there. So you can move those off, and there's a well under there you can put things in. And this is a liner that goes into there, so you don't get it dirty if you want to put things in there. So that is it's kind of a package, but it is a Ford accessory package. But that is something you can get as well there. Now let's talk about connectivity. So we are seeing the Bluecruise hands-free driving 1-year plan, $495. That is back for this year as well. So if you wanted that, you could get it. Another Bluecruise option you can get is a one-time purchase as well. It is, I believe, $24.95 for that, and they're saying one-time purchase. That's about 7 years is what they're calling it. They're calling it a 7-year minimum for that. And because they don't know what'll happen after 7 years, right? So you're getting 7 years of Bluecruise hands-free driving if you order that. Now, the 7-year one-time purchase is something that you get when you order from the factory as well. And I believe the 1 year might be something you can get through the dealer as well. So anyway, so there's a couple options for Bluecruise. Now, we talked about that Ford connectivity package. You get that for 1 year. After 1 year, you can then through your Ford connectivity services in your account, you can sign up for yearly plans after that. Or if you know it's something you want, and you're going to keep this vehicle for a while, you can get the one-time purchase of $745, and you get it for 7 years. And so that's going to be less than $100 a year for that, or actually it would be a little more than that, because you get 1 year for free, right? So you're getting an additional 6 years with that. And just to remind you, that is that 5G connectivity with unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots, audio video streaming, the productivity, your navigation, all that stuff is included right there with that. So, and then lastly, we talked about SiriusXM as a 90-day trial. You can sign up through Sirius. But if you want from the factory, this can only be done from the factory. The dealer can't sign you up for this when you get the vehicle in. So order it ahead of time if you know you want SiriusXM. And that is a 3-year plan. It's $300. Talking less than $100 a year, less than $10 a month if you look at it that way. So that's a pretty good deal on that. And basically, Ford's negotiated with you. So you're getting that SiriusXM without any kind of having to sign up through Sirius for 3 years of the vehicle. After that, you would have to then sign up for Sirius Satellite to continue that. So those are some of the connectivities packages that I want to talk about that are available for this year that aren't on the website and available for this last year. So now let's go on down and talk about some standalone options. We're going to first start with the factory options that you might consider if you're wanting to get a vehicle that basically we put on at the factory. And one of them is the spare wheel and tire, $400 for that. And that is going to, no pictures there, gives you the 18-inch spare tire, and standard tire and inflator kit will be deleted. So that is an option for you if you like that spare tire. That is available with the rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Now, an option for you, let's go on down. I'm going through my notes so I don't miss anything. Let's go down to the seats. Not available last year, as you can see right here, but available this year is the second row 35-30-35 bench seat with easy entry, and an armrest will be in the middle of that backrest. Does require the sun and sound package, and also does require rear wheel drive. So this is not available for, actually no, requires 4x4. Opposite, sorry. Does replace the captain's chairs. Does require 4x4. Let me get that right there. So optional only on the 4x4. So that's something to consider. So there you go. Also, the security code keyless entry keypad, that will not be listed here, was not available last year. It was kind of a late availability thing, but if you want that keyless entry keypad, it's very popular with a lot of community for people. It's available on both rear-wheel drive and 4x4. If you're wanting that, they'll put that on at the factory. Now let's talk about floor liners. Moving back down here, we do have floor liners. So if you want, instead of the carpeted mats, you want to protect it, you can get the floor liners. So they're going to come with the mats. That's your only option. And it's going to be first and second row with the carpeted mats. Anytime you have any specialty mats, they'll always only give you the option to get it with the mats. So there you go. That's available with both rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Now, the black painted roof is also an option. And I actually picked black up here. But painted roof, you can see what that looks like. $48.95 looks really cool. You're going to have that black painted roof and rear spoiler on the vehicle from the factory. So that looks pretty sharp. Not available with the Agate Black exterior paint color because it's already black, right? So not available with that. So and then we do also have the engine block heater. So we'll go down to that right here, $190 for that. So if you want to keep that, if you keep your vehicle outside, you want to keep the engine block warm so it starts easy the next morning in those cold winter days, this is something you might want to add. Again, available on both rear-wheel drive and 4x4. Black painted roof was as well. The front license plate bracket, if you're in a state that requires a front license plate bracket, it's going to be standard equipment, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you're in a state that doesn't and you want one, or you're ordering from a dealer that's not in a state that requires one like Kansas, then you want to make sure you put that on there. It's still no charge option, and the dealership would be required to put it on for you. So that's something else to keep in mind right there. So, and then let's talk about dealer installed options. So the rest of these, that means basically that option is going to be shipped to the dealer, and the dealership will install it or put it in your vehicle. And I say the ones where they just place it in your vehicle, don't order those through the factory. That's what my recommendation is. The more of these you have on your order, the longer it's going to take for it to come in. And to be honest, half these options won't be there when your vehicle gets there. We've seen that happen a lot, and I hate to say that and kind of squash that and put that out there, but that's the truth. Being at a dealer, I can tell you there's many times where we have vehicles that can't be delivered because the dealer installed option is not here yet. So, all right. So most of these are on the interior, and a couple of these are these mats. So we do have, there they are. Where are they? All weather floor liners for the third row. So last year there's just one option for this because there was only captain's chairs available. So 125, that got you the all-weather mat for the third row seat too. We talked about the liners you can get for the first and second row. We can also get it for the third row. But this year there's two options because now you can get a bench seat. So on the 4x4, there's an option for the bench seat configuration as well. So cargo organizer, they did away with the standard size one. But this is something, don't get it through your factory. Just get it through Ford Accessories. You can get these organizers, the standard and the big one, through Ford Accessories. It's in here. I want to cover it, want to be thorough, but please don't order it with your vehicle. First aid kit and roadside assistance kit also are two other things. I just recommend you just get it through Ford Accessories. There's no install here. It's just taking everything and put it in the bag. And to be honest, most dealerships won't even do that. They'll just place the box in your car. So just get it through the factory and save yourself the trouble of them forgetting to put it in your vehicle in some situations. So we also do have the Ford Performance hood graphics. So I think we do have a picture of this. Here we go. So $330 for this, and it's going to give you those hood graphics there. Really kind of finishes that out, and it says Ford Performance on there, which will look really good on this ST version of the vehicle. So that is something you can get with the rear-wheel drive or the four-wheel drive version of that too. The roof rack crossbars. So if we have the rails, the standard equipment. If you want the crossbars, $390 for that, and the dealership would install those for you. It might be something if you know you want them to go ahead and order. I will say this, they're not that hard to install. I actually installed some recently on a vehicle. The safety deposit console vault. So that is an interior option there. And right here, you can see $420 for that. Now that requires an install. So if you're not comfortable installing this, maybe this is something I would say go ahead and order. So again, I'm not saying don't go order any DIOs. I'm saying let's keep it to the very minimum here. Only get what needs like the dealership to install that. So hopefully those will show up on time for you. So, and that might be one of those you might want to do that on. Well, let me talk about a couple things that are continued from last year, and that is the splash guards. So these will be on the exterior. So splash guards does require an install as well. So that might be something if you're not comfortable screwing those holes in. Usually the holes are there. You just remove the punch screw that's in there, punch bolt, whatever they call it, and then you actually screw it in. But if you're not comfortable with that, get the splash guards and have the dealership install it for you free of charge. We also do have the wheel lock kit, $85. So it gives you one of the locking lug nuts for each wheel. So they'll remove one out of each wheel, put the locking ones on, and give you the locking lug nut to have in case you ever get a flat. So there you go. And you don't get the tire inflator kit. You need to get the spare. We also do have side window deflectors. It won't be on the website. They're going to go on the side of the windows. That is available. It's a new option for this year. And as well as the windshield sunscreen. So that's kind of going to go on the front of the windshield. And up here, it's kind of a glare strip to help with that sun coming down, beating down when you're driving on the highway. So, all right, that's everything. So hopefully you guys got some good information from this, at least information you can take this, go to your local dealer and order and know what you're going to get and not get any surprises when that vehicle comes in. Order banks are open up right now, so you can go to your local dealers. We're also taking orders here at Law McArthur. So if you're wanting to order with us, we are doing invoice pricing on any ordered Explorer. Make sure you mention the YouTube special to get that. And we also, if you do plan to finance, we'll also deduct another $1,000 if you finance with us too. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, if you're wanting to do that, and whether you're wanting to do it or not, maybe you just want to configure your own vehicle and see what it's going to cost. You can go to our website. Feel free to do that. It's available for you. LawMcArthur.com right here. Under the Order Your New Ford, we do have a 2026 Ford Explorer. We'll open up in a separate tab. Open that up. And you'll see we can pick that ST line, and you can see there's that price of $56,770. That's 4x4 version. We talked about that as well. Click into that to build it. You can see that's with your destination and delivery, what it's going to cost. Pick your colors. You can see Marsh Gray is available this year. It won't change the look of it. This is a 25 model year shown here because they don't have anything on 26 yet. They're saying Marsh Gray is actually $495, so didn't realize that. But that this costs extra. You'll notice it takes some of these out because you can't do those with that. And then you can, add that sun and sound package and see how that's gonna change the cost. Confirm your selections, and then you can, if you're looking to do this with your local dealer, you want to make sure you get everything. You can print that page off if you'd like. If you want to order from us, just fill the rest of this information in right here, and then go ahead and put in the YouTube special right there and send that to us. We'll receive that, and we can update that and get back to you and get that ordered for you. So makes it real nice and easy. All right, that's all I have for the Explorer. We're going to be doing this for some other models as well. So make sure you're subscribed with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of our other videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed these videos on the Explorer. And until the next one, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.